Welcome to Speculation Ops. Hey, what's up guys? Anthony a.k.a. Shorewarz here with more updates from the E3 show floor. Today I wanted to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 and why it wasn't there, why it was sort of pulled from, why I think it was pulled from the show floor and from the show sort of at the last minute. This kind of goes back to, in my opinion, this all goes back to about 2 months prior to E3, where Sony announced that they were dumping all of their stock in Square Enix. And for me, that was a little bit of a telling story, because why would you decide to suddenly drop all your stock in a company 2 months prior to one of the biggest gaming events of the year, which we all know the announcements that are made at E3 can definitely affect the value of a company's stock. So anyway, I just thought that was an interesting story that had popped up. About a month later, there was another news story that popped up that sort of tried to explain why Sony did that. And they basically said that in 2001, Square Enix had gotten into some trouble and they needed some help, so Sony bought up some of their stocks. And then now that Square Enix is sort of doing okay now, or back on their legs, Sony decided to sell off their stock and basically give it back to Square Enix. I think that there's more to this story, and I think it's really interesting that Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 were both pulled from E3 at the last minute. And to me, it says that obviously the games are both in development, and I'm sure that Kingdom Hearts 3 it's been in development for a long time. We all know that. They've already teased it. They've already shown a short gameplay clip, so we know that it's real. We know that it exists, and it's not going to get canceled or anything crazy like that. The question is Disney getting involved? Are they trying to inject like Marvel properties and God forbid who knows what else, because Disney owns everything now? Are they trying to inject more stuff into Kingdom Hearts? Or is it just taking that much longer for the development of the game? Or, because this is speculation ops and we can speculate, is there more to this story? I think that Microsoft may have made a play for exclusivity on Kingdom Hearts. And there may have been a lot of back and forth between, I'm sure, between Sony and Square, because that Kingdom Hearts series goes way back with Sony. And I think right now there's a lot of play back and forth between Sony and Microsoft in terms of who has the most exclusives or who has the biggest brand name exclusives. And you see that in all the promotion that Microsoft's giving Sunset Overdrive and all the promotion that Sony's giving the Order 1886. So obviously for next year's show, they're going to want to be able to brag about as many titles as possible. And what better way to do that than to throw a bunch of money at Kingdom Hearts 3 and Square Enix and say, hey guys, we want this to be an exclusive title for the Xbox One. I don't know, maybe that's a little bit of a stretch on my part. I just find that it's really interesting that they pulled it from the show floor pretty much right before E3, and instead it was replaced by, you know, a more polished version of Kingdom Hearts 2 2.5 HD Remix. And HD Remix was on the show floor and it was playable and it looked great, but again, it was a little strange to me that it was pulled, Kingdom Hearts 3 was pulled not just from the show floor, but from all the conferences, and that there really wasn't any information given out about Kingdom Hearts 3. So why would you do that at the last minute? There's something going on behind the scenes, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think by leaving a comment on the video. And am I reading into this too much, or do you think there might be some truth to the exclusivity war that's going on behind the scenes? Guys, follow me on Twitter at Shorewarz, and thanks again for watching. Talk to you again soon. Peace.